Doing a bit more Castle Dug balls. Reminded now that last stream wasn't great for points. Didn't lose, but had a bit of a shakier time with a few skips and a few very awkward battles. Probably only have time for 7 games today. Let me just get some things ready. I need to set up my OBS to show the currently displayed teams. Clear body Shacterberry. I think this is Matang too, which is unusual. Not unheard of, just unusual. This is Probopass 4, I think. Judging by the special defense and defense stats. And that's Agron 3. Let me just double check that that is Metang 2. The stats line up perfectly. The item lines up. The ability. I'm not seeing what else it could be, actually. What is slightly awkward about this is how difficult Probopass is to take out, though. It's special, so I can't burn it with flung flame orb from Zelf. Agon 3 in the end is also a pain, since it has so much PP. Difficult for Aerodactyl to handle. Not seeing actually what I do even into the Metang. It's going to Zen Headbutt Gengar immediately, since that'll OHKO. Probopass won't see a KO with either Pokemon. What I might be able to do to simplify the game. I need Gengar to Destiny Bond on Probopass somehow, I think. It's going to be very difficult to win this game, I think. It might have to be a skip. I could level down the Metang and Choice Specs Azelf. The issue with that is, of course, I can't explode. I suppose that might not be an issue. It might be what I want to do. I could follow that up by trying to Choice Specs down Agron. If Probopass 3 targets... Sorry, not Probopass 3. Probopass 4. If that targets a Zelf on turn 1, as I flame through a Metang, Gengar's left in a very awkward position on turn 2. I would really quite badly want a Zelf to be able to explode then, or at least switch moves, which doesn't make Choice Specs viable, I don't think, as an option. It would be great if Life Orb, Azelf, Flamethrower could KO Metang 2 at level 45, but it won't be able to do that. That'll be a roll at best. So what I could do instead is just Flamethrower and Shadow Ball on turn 1. If Probopass 4 gets a crit, then it's always going to be targeting Aerodactyl the following turn. So Aerodactyl could just protect there. And Azelf could 2-shot the Agron with a Life Orb Flamethrower. No, but Azelf is going to be an Iron Tail range after Life Orb recoil anyway. Oh no. Well, what if I fling on turn 2? I could fling Aggron. I could let Azelf be burned. The issue with that is that Aerodactyl can actually faint. Since Aggron is faster and would be the Pokemon breaking the sub on the 3rd turn against Aerodactyl, and Gengar would just be unable to assist fast enough. I'm really not seeing a way through this. It's looking like a skip. It's very close to being able to work. It's just a random targeting on Probopass at the start. Even if I level up Probopass, it's not going to see a guaranteed KO against Gengar. And then it's the combination of Probopass and Aggron requiring a turn or 2 to take out. And they're both toxic. I mean, I think I've got to skip, actually. I'm drawing a blank on creative ways to try and win this game. It's so annoying. I definitely can't explode, can I? It's not going to take out the Metang. I can King's Rock fling the Probopass. The issue with that is that Gengar's then fainting. I can... Oh, that would be risky. I could switch to Aerodactyl on turn 1, but Flash Cannon can be used into that slot. No, I can't. I can't play this game. Caitlin doesn't approve. This is why we need a points bank. Slowbro 4, must be. 21 IV, Slowbro 4. That's Skuntank 4. Oh, it was all going so well until Glalie showed up. I suppose the good news is that I get the explosion single target redirect after Skuntank gets taken out by a Zelf exploding on a Skuntank. And that'll take out Slowbro, even at 55. So the leads are handled. I have concerns about Glalie. But my concern is not that it actually punches its way through Aerodactyl. It's the way that Blizzard double targets and Blizzard could freeze, and also Gengar could feint to hail damage. I can imagine Glalie for going for hail, sheer cold miss, and then hitting a dark pulse maybe into Gengar, and then Gengar feints on that 3rd turn, and Destiny Bond would have failed. I can't explode on Glalie because of the Laxin Sense, which reduces the accuracy of explosion. But Blizzard and Sheer Cold together only have 6 PP against a pressure Pokemon like Aerodactyl. So I think I can just play this game. I can level up Glalie, and it would trap it into always wanting to Blizzard. It would see a kill with Blizzard on Aerodactyl. I think that's very desirable because that automatically then hits Gengar. And I can just try and Destiny Bond on that Blizzard. So yeah, actually safer to level up the Glalie. It's one of those curious, slightly counterintuitive cases. And we can explode in the first, so I mean, the Shadow Ball cover onto Slowbro will take it out even if it somehow survives the single targeted explosion from itself. I could Lumberry Gengar, but that's not even necessary. Even if Gengar gets frozen, Aerodactyl wins. I just need to remember to put the leftovers on Aerodactyl so it functions. Itself doesn't need any item to take care of the leads. Let me just double check the speeds. Yeah, nothing there as fast. So getting damage onto Azelf and Gengar is ideal, actually. This should always be Blizzard. And no freeze is perfect. There's unfortunately no way to dodge Blizzard in this turn on Aerodactyl. Well, I suppose I get a bit more chip healing in there. I would like Blizzard to hit. Okay, Dark Pulse was also an option. As that's also a KO move against Gengar. Champ 2. Executor 4. It's a good opening duo because when I'm damaged, Medicham 2 is never going to detect. That's Glade 1. I can totally just fight this. No need to spend ages on the analysis here. It's really, really simple. It's a double explode. And it works at level 55 too. And I don't need to do anything to the team here. In fact, Gengar can explode. Gengar can explode in the leads if I want. But Gengar hasn't used Explosion yet this round, so it's less likely to need the PP on Explosion than Azelf is. The reason why Gengar would want to explode at the start is because with save, Gengar having to explode next to Aerodactyl, and pressure works on your allies' explosion still in this game. So we do need to prep. We can't Shadow Ball, just both because Gallade is way too specially bulky, and also because it has a Cassid Berry. Poliwrath 3. Toxic Croak. It's probably a set free trainer. It's Agwan 1 or 2. There is ambiguity. They both have the same stats. Items, nature, and ability. The lead Geo is not scary at all. Aggron in the back, a little bit scary. As it, Aggron 1 would be able to target Aerodactyl. I think I need to check if it's Aggron 1 or 2. Oh, it's Aggron 2. That's good. So Aggron 2 is weaker. What HP am I on exactly with Aerodactyl? 144? Probably out of range, to be honest, of the Metal Claw. At level 55, so I can level up Aggron. Oh, I've almost missed it. I was going to think just now. Damp does prevent the explosion. Ah, dear. Is that game over? Is that skip town? Not seeing. Yeah, I can't level up the Aggron then. Because I'm not playing this game, probably. Can't see a way through Damp. I can King's Rock flinch it turn 1 with the Shadow Ball. Followed up with Flamethrower Shadow Ball combination. If I put choice specs on Gengar, I could have Azelf Operator's Bait on turn 1. They'll both target it. Poliwrath 3 could freeze Gengar with the Blizzard, that's the problem. Yeah, I think I'd need to choice specs Gengar Shadow Ball, which is a problem because choice specs is not very useful in the back. Wait, are we dry skin? We are dry skin. Do I want to bring Aggron and 2 in? I don't think I do. Not immediately. Ideally, they both faint on the second turn. That would be difficult to set up. As I don't think... No, it'd be nowhere near enough. Azelf, I'm thinking about the Azelf. Choice specs Flamethrower into Toxicroak's not be enough to KO, even at 45. I can definitely take out Poliwrath 3 if I leave Azelf at 1 and just have Gengar attack it with specs. That brings out Toxicroak 3 and Aggron 2. Azelf is obviously not guaranteed to survive the second turn. Oh, it is actually. I've got a... Now that's a plan and a half, is protect into the King's Rock flinch fling on the second turn, guaranteeing Azelf stays alive for turn 3, where it can protect on Aggron and Toxicroak again. And then Gengar can Shadow Ball the Toxicroak on turns 3 and 4. And even if Aggron's Quick Claw activates, that still brings me to a 2v1. I suppose I'm a bit scared of the 2v1. That's how good the Gengar is. What would the Zelf be doing on turn 4? It would be exploding for flamethrowing. Now that's another idea. What if I can get Aggron 2 with double specs Shadow Ball and Flamethrower? Is that possible? It sounds very doable. Surely it would faint to that, actually. That's around 60 damage from both attacks. I'm just going to wail on it, aren't I? It's going to drop. Interesting. I went from thinking this game was almost unplayable to thinking that the line, while complicated, is not that bad, really. I might need to drop the level of Toxicroak. I might also need to drop the level of Aggron 2 out of respect. Because even... Oh, no, it's fine. Even if it Quick Claws a Zelf on the Termamental Flamethrower, that's 2 Shadow Balls that have got into it. But a redirected Shadow Ball that Toxicroak 3 intended for a Zelf hitting Gengar, that could take it out at level 50, couldn't it? I'm going to have to drop Toxicroak 3 to 45 then. Both to guarantee that it targets itself, and then also to guarantee that it needs a crit to take out Gengar. Now, if I do that and also bring down Aggron 2 to 45, I'll be guaranteeing Shadow Ball can 2-hit KO it with choice specs. I think I'll need to do that. I'm just thinking... I wonder if I even need to drag down Poliwrath 3. Working with 110 special defense, it's almost 200 HP at level 50 as well. I'm going to have to bring that down to 45. So that's super expensive. That is all 3 Pokemon brought down 5 levels. And choice specs and King's Rock. That sounds more expensive than skipping. Oh. Can't see a way around it though. How would I outplay that? Because they can't explode with Life Orb on Gengar. The Aggron 2 might take the first hit of that. And it doesn't work if Zelf isn't at 1 HP. I suppose the final question is, can I leave Gengar at 1 HP instead of a Zelf? Particularly if I'm dropping Toxicroak's level. To what? That would be fling Flame Orb onto Poliwrath. And then Gengar would Destiny Bond Toxicroak on turn 2. It's not good enough. Poliwrath is too healthy. Yes, it's too expensive. It's cheaper to skip. Let me just check. What is the price of King's Rock? It's 10. Okay, so that's 45 for the triple lower. 20 for specs. And 10 for King's Rock. That's 75. I'm not going to get... Skipping is 50. I'm not going to get more than 25 for the win. I'm going to have to skip. I guess the final option. The final option is that I fling King's Rock onto Poliwrath, heal both leads, have Toxicroak 3 get leveled down, and I just Shadow Ball it twice. I don't have to Shadow Ball it twice, I would just target it. Whatever Toxicroak 3 targets on turn 1 protects, and then the other thing takes it out. That brings Aggron out. And Aggron will be targeting the same thing that Toxicroak targeted, which is not good enough. I need to take it out. Okay, in that case, it's flinching Poliwrath on turn 1. I flinch Poliwrath on turn 1. Toxicroak 3 targets something. I can't guarantee Destiny Bond. That's the issue. So annoying. I wish there was some way of guaranteeing the Destiny Bond hits Toxicroak instead of... I mean, Poliwrath instead of Toxicroak. If I could guarantee that happens, I'd be fine. Oh. I can flinch Toxicroak. And have Poliwrath hit Gengar. It's not guaranteed it can miss, but it's likely. I can Destiny Bond then. And then I'd be blowing up. But I don't want to play the Aggron versus... I don't want to play Aggron 2 versus Aerodactyl. It's not going to work. That's so irritating. I'm going to have to skip again. That's Chansey. What's that doing here? Oh, it's Quick Claw. Let's just... Crawdaunt. No. It's 49 special attack. It's not Crawdaunt, it's Gligar. That Quick Claw is gonna cost me so much to counterplay. Oh well. That's gonna be an entire healing. It's Quillfish. No, it's not Quillfish. What are you? No, it's not Kabutops either. Oh, I'm stumped on this. It's not Gorobis because Gorobis is modest. Is it Huntail? Be 72. Yes, that's Huntail. That's Huntail. Okay, nice. Okay, so I need to heal a Zelf. So Gligar can't Quick Claw it. Yeah, I'll heal a Zelf and explode. And then Gengar can blow up on Huntail. Actually, might as well just Destiny Bond Huntail. Huntail can target Aero, but it's fine. I don't mind losing... I don't mind exchanging Aero's PP for the castle points at this stage of the round. When it looks like I won't need to heal much at all, so I've done the double skip. So Chansey's definitely going up. Gligar's definitely going up, and Huntail's definitely going up. I need to heal itself, so it won't be targeted by Quick Claw Gligar. Only Gengar will. 144. Will that matter? Aquatail only has 10 PP. I suppose the worst case scenario, I might have to roost on Ice Fang. Seems fine. Goodbye. Goodbye. Please target Gengar. I only have to do it once. Please target Gengar once in the next 3 turns. It's not Gengar. saw the Ice Fang kill there. At 122. Ice Fang could do 122 at level 55. That is surprising. It might be the very upper limit of what it can do, perhaps. One lost chance for it to target Gengar. It's 50-50. It's missed every 50-50, of course. I think I'm going to have to protect. That Ice Fang is a problem. I'm just thinking, because it's probably not fainting to the single target explosion, it would be just my luck for Huntail to suddenly target Gengar this turn, of course. And if that happens, I might want to substitute instead. Yeah, I think I want to substitute. I'll Shadow Ball this turn and substitute. That way, if it targets Aerodactyl, it's fainted next turn. Yeah, I'll just do that. That's a lot safer than using Protect this turn, actually. So substitute and Shadow Ball. Classic. Absolute classic. So it's once again, I mean, we saw it Ice Fang at 122. It's definitely Ice Fanging here, so I'll waste one more BP on it. And before I roost, I could also Toxic. How dangerous do I think this situation is? Because Ice Fang has 8 PP. If I miss Toxic, I think I can lose. I'm gonna have to roost for safety then. I haven't been counting the Aquatail PP, and I can't let it Rain Dance on Aerodactyls. Actually, this has to be substitute, I think. I'm so glad I thought of that. Because Ice Fang's not guaranteed to kill at all at full health. So we're slower. No, we're not. We're not slower. We're not slower. It's a Toxic then. Yeah. I should not assume that we were slower. I would have still won. It just would have been much... Well, ironically, it would have been a slower victory. Perhaps I should have healed Gengar's PP and ahead of this match. 4 turns in a row of targeting Aerodactyl with Gengar is not that unlikely, really. Oh, I've been forgetting to update this streak, haven't I? 138. That's Infernate 4. Much better than Infernate 1 at least. Although I can't level it up, it becomes too quick. But perhaps I could Salac Berry and level it up. That's an option. Is that Primeape 2? I can't think of what else it could be. I think it must be Primeape 2. So, maximizing points wise, I can level up all of these. Gengar can explode on Primeape. I need a Zelf to Salakberry explode, since Infernape will be faster than it at 55. So I'll Salakberry explode. Everything dies. Yep. Let me equip the Salakberry before I do that. I have plenty of PP on Gengar to explode. So bringing you up, we're bringing you up too. They'll both faint to the explosion, and then Primate will wing up. Since that will explode, that'll die faint to the explosion as well easily. This round is pretty bad. Double skip. I mean, the last battle could also be a skip, I guess. It's not impossible. If I'm wrong about one of them fainting, it would be Moltres. So I guess I can cover that with the Shadow Ball. It shouldn't be close, though. So we'll protect and explode. Yeah, I think final game for today. Let's see what it is. Damp, of course. Oh, it's Politoed too, isn't it? That's going to be really difficult to KO. I think Politoed 2 would survive 2 Spec Shadow Balls from Gengar. I'm tempted to just back out and skip. But it only costs 4 CP to see what's alongside it and in the back, I guess. Golduck. It's a pain. I guess, yeah. It's weird to say I can... Oh no, Politoed can only hit Gengar with Dive. So I can't even if I level up Politoed and level down Golduck, that doesn't mean that I can Destiny Bond Politoed. Okay, let's see what's in the back. Tentacle. Oh, this is an ugly game. Ugly, ugly. It's what's such a that hypnosis is so annoying, and because the obvious move I think would be to double heal, but I think I'm gonna have to leave Gengar. What do I do to Golduck? I mean, I have to leave Gengar at 1 HP, so that Golduck attacks it. I'm gonna have to fling. I will have to fling the Flame Orb onto Politoed. Protect on turn 1. And then on turn 2... You see, I can't switch out because Golduck 4 could so easily Hydro Pump the Gengar slot. It's annoying because these two are such good explosion fodder. The only thing I have to do really is take out Politoed. I can King's Rock flinch the Golduck on turn 1, I suppose. And then on turn 2, Politoed attacks Gengar. Takes itself out. Azelf protects. It's then Golduck Tentacruel. I win. That's how I win, right? So I need to make Golduck faster than Politoed. I mean, Golduck slower than Politoed. Because of turn 2. So I need to send you down. Send you up. I can level up Tentacruel since the Zelf easily takes it out. There's something that's telling me that I'm forgetting something here. Okay, so last game of the day. Let me just think about this. I fling the King's Rock onto Golduck on turn 2. On turn 1. Politoed dives. Dive is hitting Gengar. Wait, I don't even need a King's Rock, do I? No. Gengar protects turn 1. Politoed dives, Golduck attacks Gengar. Turn 2, Gengar Destiny Bonds. And Azelf protects because the Golduck attack gets redirected into Azelf. Azelf must be healed but does not need a King's Rock. And then on turn 3, Azelf explodes, taking out everything. On turn 1, Azelf can do like anything. I think I maybe should plan for the scenario where Politoed does not dive Gengar for some reason. In such a scenario, I would want to burn the Golduck so that it loses to Aerodactyl. Is that true? Does that help? Is there something else I can fling? I think a Toxic Orb onto Golduck achieves a similar thing. But don't I just lose anyway? If Politoed's not attacking Gengar, I think... No. If Politoed doesn't attack Gengar on turn 1, I'd want to poison it, surely. And then I'd Destiny Bond, take out Golduck. And then I would hope that Politoed does not Perish Song. I think I'm gonna fling a Toxic Orb at Politoed. Just in case it matters. I don't have Destiny Bond PP. Okay, I'm really glad I checked that. That would have been embarrassing. And Aerodactyl has enough PP. Yeah. So Politoed is faster. Okay, we're going with this. Screw it. Something about this feels so risky, and I don't really understand what it is. I'm not sure why I'm so on alert. Should be dive. Turn 1, much as I expected. I've got to assume that that dive is hitting Gengar. Because dive is a regular attack, yes. So I just wasted that Toxic Orb. But I did it for my own sanity. I don't mind that. Weird game. Yeah, I'm calling it there. I'm too busy for the rest of today, I think. Another dent to the points bank. It's got to hope